Over the last 30 years that IA has been existent in Cochin particularly, you realize that the aspirations have changed. The aspirations of the architects themselves have changed from what it was earlier in the 90s to what it is today. Earlier the association was catering to probably a few hundreds. Now it's gone to more than 2,000 today. So very clearly the aspirations have changed, one. Two, we cannot probably continue the way we have been doing over the past years. We cannot probably just go into event-oriented growth. We have to have a constant endeavor to add to the profession and increase the base by catering to the aspirations of the varied community.
Yeah, the earlier days, of course, it was not under the grouping of IAA, but to me, the seniors of those days, they felt that we should have a group or we should have an association of architects. And I was talking about like who we knew personally were who I personally knew was very, very few. I think other than Gopakumar and Sukumaran sir. I knew there were others around like CRK, Joy Alexander, Samuel John. They were all much senior people. But I was a youngster, so I thought if they are forming an association, whether I should be a part of that or what.
We were informed that to form a center, a chapter is something which comes under the state. So Kerala chapter is formed. So if you want to form a center in Cochin, then you need a minimum number of 50 architects. So we didn't have that number at that time.
At that time, we thought we'll informally meet at Bolgati Island. We all of us got there with families, very interesting. Families had a dinner and all that, gala time with music and kind of very interesting. So that what sort of clicked that we should have an organization which we should meet. So IA was never in our mind. IA was never in our mind. So we created space.
Space means Society of Practicing Architects in Cochin and Environs. That was the space definition. It was given by the architect Gopakumar, the name of the our organization. And there was no organization till that period. So I started with that concept, space. That time, our veteran architect K.G. Sukumaran was the president. That is the beginning of the architects organization Cochin.
2-3 years we met in that name, space. Then the numbers started increasing. Year after year, new architects came in. Then whenever we crossed that 50 numbers, I think it is 89, so we decided to form a center for IAA and we applied to Kerala chapter. And through Kerala chapter, this was placed before the council, and by 92, I think officially the IAA Cochin Center came into being. The first chairman was for the Cochin Center, I think it was Gopakumar. That was Gopakumar became the chairman.
So in those initial days, we were trying to figure out ways as to how to work, figuring out areas which could be of interest and of impact to the society and how to work together. So when you don't have any previous experience, that is like, having a lot of opportunity to come together, discuss and, fail a bit and then together try to succeed a bit and all that.
We organized a great program about the future of Kochi, how this has to be planned to make public aware. The seminar was done at Bolgati, which is called Kochi Future Shock. There were various subjects we discussed, what as an island, as a city full of water, what can happen to the islands, which direction city is going to grow, what kind of housing Kochi needs, all those things. A very interesting program.
Almost all the predictions that we made at that time, it came into a reality later on. The traffic congestions, the congestions in the junctions like Vaitla, Kundanur, Palarivattam, All these were predicted, the mosquito problem, all these were predicted, and this came. And after that, a few years down the line, we again did a second Cochin Future Shock.
That is in 93, it was thought that, to get the public interested in what could be the way we should develop in the future, first we should know what are the issues that we are having at this time. So Cochin Future Shock was focused on raising issues to the public in a way in which only architects can.
We have actually kind of connected with even the people of Cochin to take the right messages to them. And then we used to consistently work with corporation, the district collector. We actually have a big role in having that Marine Drive, that Shanmugam Road Drive, beautified like that, street designs, everything. We used to have almost monthly meetings at the corporation office and collector's office.
IA got a very good recognition from the government from the beginning. That's a great part. We used to know the mayor, the collector personally. So that we made use of. So there was, whenever there was a problem for the city, they used to consult, especially Cochin Corporation and all that. So the GCDA wanted to build a bridge actually across a small canal there. So at that time, Mr. Philip was town planner, an architect town planner, was working in GCDA. He suggested, why don't you go for a competition sort of thing. So this is a small competition. A lot of juniors also joined in the competition. And finally, the design by Lalichan, the first bridge of which is called Rainbow Bridge, done by Lalichan, got selected. So that was a great thing for city. It's like almost an emblem of city.
My only inspiration was I just went to that site that day evening, and I was standing there. I could see the Chinese fishing nets on the opposite side. So I derived my concept from that. A Chinese fishing net, just like that. 2 arches, just strings, stainless steel strings. So design, second day evening I submitted the design. So finally it got selected. So that was the story behind that design.
Other than the regular meetings, there were 1 or 2 big functions which we hosted in Cochin, like the Young Architects, that year 95, I think that was during my year. Now that was actually the first time that we put up a air-conditioned temporary shed, an air-conditioned temporary shed in Darbar Hall, and it really wowed all the people, the other architects who had come from all over India.
So what we did is the DH ground we took, the old DH ground rented out, and made one side a huge pandal, which is a convention place. Then we built a diagonal passage across the Maidan, which is raised about 4 or 5 feet, like a path. So it's very interesting that the path caught the attention of people. They simply, local people just want to walk through that path, which is about 5 feet above the ground. That's all. Just raise the ground to the path. So one side is a convention center, other side is our exhibition area, which is actually again go down into the exhibition. That's a concept which is worked out.
And that was the first time we heard about IAA when we were student architects, and we were in our first year. So we came over here and attended the festival. It was really, it was a different period then. There was no internet, no social media. We were that transition batch. So when we passed out, everything was there. But while we were doing our architecture, we didn't have any of these internet or social media or anything. So whatever things we could imbibe were from the literature and the actual audience that we used to get. So this YAF provided us a huge platform for students like us, very novices in architecture then.
And not just the event, all that worked around it, including the sub-events that happened around it, the entertainment, the theatre, the drama, all the events, all the sessions and all that.
The whole program was a big hit. Even in the national body, people will talk about YA 95, even today. So that was a big change. All these things have given a lot of the relationship between the architects in Cochin also improved because of this program.
The word ventilator being used as the newsletter of IAA Cochin Center, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we had at one meeting asked for people to suggest names, and there were some other suggestions, and I had said ventilators what I think, because like there was some hand clapping for that, and said okay, we will take that, because And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jabin was the one who actually was very keen on having a newsletter, because nobody wanted the responsibility of making this.
So that ventilator was actually ventilator in the sense that it would bring life. We had kind of sections which covered members, spouses, where they would talk about their architect husband or wife, kids being featured. So it was like huge family. And in every IAM meeting, the families would attend. In fact, they would actually call and ask, when is the next IAM meeting happening?
So Mountain Conclave was another national program that we organized. Actually, why it was organized? That is the question. We bid for national convention, we didn't get it. So we thought we'll organize our own national program. So we submitted a proposal that we are going to have a workshop on holiday architecture in Munnar, and we want it to be organized as a national program. National body said, oh, go ahead, we will all come, you organize that.
The Mountain Conclave, even though I was the chairman of the center, Govamar was the chairman of the function, and he had influence on Charles Correa, and he invited him and he came. And the whole affair was actually conducted or organized by Lalichan Zacharias. He was the man behind the Mountain Conclave.
The support systems were also quite remote and far-flung. But in this scenario, the sheer excitement of going up the mountains and bringing a whole bunch of creative people and architects and designers there, and making them stay together for a couple of days, completely isolated from civilization and their own day-to-day issues and agendas, was itself exciting.
So we went from here, I believe, on a Saturday morning after the registration in a hotel in Marine Drive. We all went together, the architects and the student architects, everyone went together, and we went to Munnar and we had a good time. I remember at that point of time, Kerala had only 2 architecture colleges when we started our architecture, CET and TKM. So IA Cochin Center was very considerate towards the student architects. We were joining as trainee architects, but for the student architects, they gave a huge concession and let the final years from both the colleges come for this program.
We found out a place by the side of the forest with a small stream running across, and which belonged to Tatas. So we immediately contacted Tata and we said we wanted to put up a tent, a pandal here to organize a program. So they said, go ahead, there's no problem, you can do that, but how will you cross the stream? We said, okay, that's fine, we will have a bridge, we'll make a bridge. They said, okay, fine, if you can make a bridge, then do it. So we made a bridge across the stream for people to pass, but the other side we can park all our vehicles and all.
We even had wild animals, the elephants frequenting one night, and we had to use a lot of effort and torches and lights and sounds and all of that stuff to ward them off. So this was the excitement that was there. Mountain Conclave was in a different league, and I don't think that kind of a conference or conclave has ever been done since then.
The Architects Gallery of Cochin Center was inaugurated on October 1999. It was meant to be a place where architects and clients could interact. A lot of products and materials were on display. In realizing this project, we were helped a lot by our senior architect, K.G. Sukumaran, who with his wisdom and wit helped us in negotiating the difficult times which we came across during this time. In fact, he inaugurated this gallery for us.
See, both Trichur and Kottayam were not formed. So even at our meetings, even however late it is, they used to come. which probably now they have their own centers, they don't come. So like we used to meet long lost friends from Trichur and Kottayam and most of the time, and even people from Trivandrum and Calicut also used to come.
Attending the IIA meetings, what I found was you could meet a lot of friends, but the deliberations were not, most of the time was non-architectural. We didn't talk about architecture, but probably that could have been done. But in hindsight, I enjoyed meeting people there, friends there, outside the ambit of practicing your architecture. We are just meeting people as friends, as human beings. That made a lot of difference, I suppose.
When Gujarat earthquake happened, immediately we met in Cochin Center, and that was during Gopakumar's second term. He became the chairman again second term. And we met immediately, and we were thinking, because in Gujarat we were hearing that everything is down, including schools, everything is down. A big tragedy has happened.
So we immediately thought, why don't we build shelters, temporary shelters, not a permanent ones. So what to do? So we sat together in my office. I suggested to do icosahedron. Icosahedron is kind of fuller dome. It's part evolved from the fuller domes. The member calculation has to be done. I calculated all the member sizes, because it was exactly to be made.
Everything was organized. That tent was stitched in Cochin. Actually, it needs a stitching because it's in the icosahedron shape. It has to be stitched according to that. Then only you can put it across that shape. So 75 tents were organized in a week's time, and about 9 or 10 of us were there. We just went off to Gujarat, Bhuj. We went to Bhuj. We stayed there for almost 1.5 to 2 weeks' time. We erected all these tents by ourselves. There was nobody there, no labor available. We also stayed in tents. We erected and came back.
Tents erected session, we went to some of those neighboring villages. അപ്പോൾ ആ വില്ലേജസിൽ പോയി ഞങ്ങൾ ഇതെല്ലാം ബാക്കിയുള്ള ടെൻസ് എല്ലാം ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത ആളുകൾക്ക്. ആൻഡ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഭുജ് എയർപോർട്ടിൽ ഇറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ ദാറ്റ് വാസ് ഇപ്പോഴും അത് ഓർക്കുമ്പോൾ ഭയങ്കര ഇതാണ്, പേടിയാണ്. കാരണം ഇറങ്ങുമ്പോൾ എയർപോർട്ടില്ല അവിടെ, അങ്ങനെ ബിൽഡിംഗ് ഇല്ല. ഈ നമ്മുടെ ചെക്കിങ് നടത്തുന്ന ഗേറ്റിൽ വെച്ച് വെറുതെ ഇങ്ങനെ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ചാൽ അവർ വിടുക, ഒന്നുമില്ല, നത്തിങ് ഫ്ലാറ്റ്.
We got a good team spirit because there were youngsters. There was like from Anuj down to Payas wife, and Anu was much older. So we had a nice bonding time because we were living in tents. We were sleeping on the floor and working from sunrise to sunset, kind of a thing. So the whole trip was absolutely a learning trip, enjoyable trip, and it was worth doing. I mean, I feel any youngsters should take it up because I went quite skeptical, but I came back a different person, I would say.
The first ever tour, foreign tour, was organized by us. 8 of us. Santosh was the main organizer for this, and 8 of us joined together and went for a tour.
ഞങ്ങൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ കാര്യം അതാണ്, പണ്ട് ഇതൊന്നും ആരും അറ്റംപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. കാരണം ഇത്ര ആളുകളെ വലിച്ച് അവിടെ കൊണ്ടുപോകാന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ സോ ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങളുടെ തലയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഐഡിയ വന്നപ്പോൾ ഐ ഡിസ്കസ്ഡ് വിത്ത് ഗോപകുമാർ. ഹി ഗേവ് മീ ഫുൾ സപ്പോർട്ട്. പുള്ളി എന്താണേലും എന്ത് നോ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രശ്നമില്ല. ഹി വാസ് സച്ച് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് സ്പോർട്സ്മാൻ. സെഡ് നോ, ഗോ ഹെഡ്, ഡു ഇറ്റ്, ഐ ആം ദർ.
We covered most Europe, important place of Europe, not East Europe and all that. We went to, I think we landed in England, then we saw Belgium, France, we went to Munich, then Vienna. So like that, important places of Italy, of course, Italy, Vatican, Italy. A great time here.
Gopakumar sir was there, Jeff Anthony, Joe, Santosh, Martin. And that was my first international travel. When Santosh Paul came back, he wrote travel story, travelogue in designer publications, and it was well appreciated by architects.
Yeah, Design Angari was a kind of an answer to a new requirement which had come up in IIA. We were kind of sort of bored with the typical exhibition formats which have become so formal and so popular. But there was no real fun and there was no belonging to the events as such.
These exhibitions were basically to expose the building industry and also the architectural fraternity in terms of design to the public, and the competitions were done parallelly for architects, and there were also other public competitions as well.
And we were addressing this particular need by bringing up the concept of an Angadi, a marketplace wherein products and services could be brought into public exposure. And there was fun, frolic, there was a lot of camaraderie, and there was a lot of excitement when this whole Angadi was set up, and we had tremendous response to it.
GCDA wanted to get some designs for a project that's a small bridge at the Marine Drive. So when they contacted us, we suggested that why not we hold it like a competition, so that we are able to get the best possible from the architectural fraternity. So we suggested to them that we will give you some ideas about how to conduct it, but since they are a government organization, the final decision is theirs. And architect P.S. Binoy had won the competition, and the advantage was at the end of the day everyone was happy, there were no complaints, and that is something very big.
Ever since IEA Cochin Center was formed, right from the first president, it was our dream to have a roof over our head, and our predecessors have tried very hard to achieve that. It started from Lalichan actually acquiring this terrace from GCDA, and the formalities were complied. But in between we have a lot of legal hitches from government, like town planning department, structural stability. Then by the time Thompson was about to leave the office, all these sanctions procedure completed, and they started actually. So it was my commitment that I would be finishing this office, and definitely we will be sitting inside the office at least for one day.
After the Thompson KP period, Gobamar was the chairman. When he was the chairman, I have already mentioned to Goban, please, we can do the work without any break. We should collect the money from each and every architects.
During the inauguration, we could not celebrate that. Immediately after that, the Ramzan came. I asked Najib, because Najib was a great supporter. He gave the first 1 lakh interest-free loan to me, IEA Cochin Center, to start the work. And many people, Gobagumar, everybody contributed 50,000, 25,000, Sandosh and George 50,000, Gobamar sir gave the money. So we repaid the entire amount without interest. Nobody wanted interest, but we were ready to give. By the time we finished the office, we had a surplus amount of 15-16 lakhs with us.
The inaugural function, the most memorable part was that, it was the attendance. There was a real great attendance of architects, family members, and also all those chairmen who had contributed previously to the bringing up of IAA, starting from many years back.
It's kind of a weekly affair these days. We come here every week, we kind of sit together and work with our colleagues or like our friends. We come here, sit together and work, and we take occasional breaks by playing the TT. So it's not a boring kind of a thing. When we come here and sit and work, it's more interesting. We discuss our ideas, we kind of show each other what we work with, and then we also play. So it's very informal, but yet you have that space to work.
Architects from outside Kerala, they come, they do their presentation. Outside India, they come do their presentation, and a lot of architects and even non-architects who are artists and other people started coming for design talks. So we found out a problem that our own people, some architects are equal or better than them, they are very shy to present. We asked them, we requested them, then why don't you do a small presentation, so that in between, at a prelude or interlude. So they were so shy and so afraid to face the cameras, to face the people. So for that, we devised a smaller program called 10 by 10. 10 architects 10 slides.
So 10 minutes were given to each architect to present their projects. The most nice thing about that was it was not just open for the senior architects. The floor was open for the young architects also to come and show their work. So it was a nice, you could see the new trends happening in the minds of young architects. Also, you could listen to the experience and the rich value in the senior architects.
IIA Cochin Center was a big family for us. So for the first time, we had organized a summer camp for our own children, 2 days in Rivera Retreat, residential camp. And the camp parents were none other than Kurian Abraham and Ann John. They stayed with them, and I think about 20-25 children of architects of Cochin Center participated. No parents were allowed to stay with them, and probably I think some of the students were saying that the first time I am staying away from my parents, I feel very enjoyable, and this camp should continue, because Kurian and Ann took care of them in such a way that they loved them more than their parents.
Ever since its inception, the fraternity has benefited multifariously through the numerous events conducted by the center. Hands-on workshops on varied topics ranging from vernacular technologies, crafts, sketching, photography, and product knowledge exhibitions are conducted that are capable of developing the extant skill sets. These interactions and knowledge sharing has encouraged exchange of ideas that stands to serve the community at large.
That Manorama, I just made an inquiry whether they can associate with the architects or not. So after a detailed discussion, they agreed to me. We will do. So I thought this is the best thing they can do with under the name of Malayalam Manorama Veedu. That was starting of the first exhibition of Veedu. Then I was the chairman. Whatever the program we are planning, they are ready to give to us. Speakers we invited for the program. So many things we did.
Najib sirinte timeലാണ് ഞാൻ actually IIL കയറുന്നത്. നജീബ് sir chairman ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത്. അപ്പോൾ കയറുന്ന സമയത്ത് അന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് യാഫ് നടത്തിയ സമയം. So it was a very great opportunity for me to meet so many architects like seniors, പിന്നെ കുറേ international architects. It was a very big platform. ഞാൻ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു സ്കെയിലിൽ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ ഞാൻ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് വെരി നൈസ്. സോ ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം ഇറ്റ് വാസ് രാത്രിയായാലും പകലായാലും ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ലൈക്ക് കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു കാരണം എൻ്റെ മാരേജൊക്കെ കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരുന്ന ഈ ഒരു ടൈം നമുക്ക് പിന്നെ കിട്ടില്ല എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിരുന്ന കോളേജ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ബട്ട് ഇറ്റ് വാസ് നൈസ്. അപ്പോൾ സീനിയേഴ്സിനായിട്ട് ഒരു കോൺടാക്ട് വരിക. ദാറ്റ് റിഫ്ലക്റ്റഡ് ഇൻ മൈ കരിയർ ഓൾസോ, ബിക്കോസ് വെനെവർ ഐ ട്രൈ ടു കോൾ ദെം ഫോർ സം ഹെൽപ്പ്, they'll be the first person to help me out every time.
Without any compromise in the quality or Young Architects Festival, it was very well conducted, the whole show, with my team is behind.
Togetherness of the fraternity on personal and professional fronts is integral to the spirit of the organization. Compelling and stimulating to family and friend circles, celebrations have been reasons to come together with all fervor. Encompassing a wide range of genres, they are marked by cultural events, quizzes, competitions, and nature trails that forged interaction and long-lasting friendships between members and their extended families. The centre also has a rich sporting culture that boasts of organizing the first ever international cricket tournament and many more sporting events successfully. The friendship circles built around these sports and cultural events are enduring through the years and across age groups.
Chandi sir and Vipin sir pulled me into the sports side. I became part of the IIA Cochin cricket team. We lost spectacularly at GEC Thrissur, the first tournament that we attended. Right, I remember Shyam spinning us away. Right, all those things were happening over there. Slowly and steadily, people came to know me. I was also very proactive into getting involved.
Again, this is a blessing for architects organization because we have got an invitation from the Cochin Metro Rail Corporation. They want that Kerala style of architects design. So we formed a 25 group of architects. Nearly 25 architects were together for making a designs. So we made 5 groups in different 5 into 5. 5 architects will one team. Like that 5 group we made, and ultimately one design was selected based on so many other parameters. So that design was submitted by Indian Institute of Architects.
Waking up to social commitment in its intent, IIA Cochin has always come to the fore with its initiatives in shaping the city, unveiling a complex knot of representations in reviving icons of heritage, public infrastructure interventions, urban placemaking, and international events like Biennale. We have been contingent in the city's growth and development. Design and execution of a range of city-level infrastructure solutions like bridges, metro stations, and affordable housing as part of 2018 flood relief endeavours are just some of the remarkable contributions of IIA to its social commitment as an organization.
From 2015, with the chairman was architect Ramachandran, and he had a vision, and he developed a theme for the entire 2-year period. So his idea was to come up with solutions and thoughts and varying design techniques that are being used in the monsoon countries all over the world. So we used to have these living monsoon design talks every 2 months. We used to have 1 or 2 architects, mostly 2 architects, coming either from a monsoon country or a monsoon region within India itself. And we used to have these long talks, 1-hour sessions of each architect.
We had a concrete plan in mind for the 2 years. That is, Living Monsoon Design Talks will culminate into a design Living Monsoon Festival that happened in April 2017. And there also we had 7 eminent speakers like Tai King Soon, Kenneth Yang, Rahul Mehrotra. That we had 2-day program. And along with that, we had Monsoon Architecture Award. That is, I think, first time in the world, you can say. We came out with a publication, Living Monsoon, compiling all these seminars and discussions, and IIA Cochin Center had an editorial team. They did some extensive research on monsoon architecture, and this publication that was published by DC, and it was well accepted across India.
The term that I was providing leadership was at a time when we were finding it difficult to proceed because of the elections being stayed and not being conducted properly. So in order that from a very well organized term from where Ramendran was the chairman. There was a point where we realized that the continuity could be broken because of this lack of clarity from the headquarters. So what we formed was, we thought we would form a new committee, but would be a sort of, a caretaker group only, so that we don't have that break in between. And so I took on leadership, not as chairman, but I continued as vice chairman of the previous term. And then what we did was, we formed a group which would then run the activities of the center.
Right. Similarly, Kata, another thing that was organized under Kurian sir's help. Right. So we tried to get into academia. We wanted to have a thesis award thing. There was a huge hullabaloo of having it during the Vanida Veed thing, which is an open thing. The biggest highlight that and response that I got from everyone was, public was able to understand what architecture is, what an architecture student goes through to reach and to become an architect, to reach a thesis. And a lot of young students came back. So such events were also able to connect us to the young guys who is upcoming, who's going to become an architect, who just graduated. All those connections came through these events.
As part of our endeavors, the Centre has been in the forefront trying to address the gaps between architectural education and practice. From cultural and academic collaborations during the Young Architects Festival, to hosting design competitions for students, or through the intense deliberations and articulations with international universities, IIA has embraced students and practitioners alike to eventually enrich the profession. But it is the need of the hour to do more. It is the need of the hour to indulge in the education system with radical insights and meet the challenges of the modern world at a profound level.
There's also a very interesting thing that's happened in the last maybe 8 or 9 years, is the growth of educational institutions in Cochin. From probably zero to probably now we've already 6 institutions that come under the ambit of IIA Cochin. So the way in which we perform, way in which we grow has to cater to that also.
IIA probably would not inspire any young architects because like I did, I'm sure the next generation also would think it is not meant for a youngster, it is meant for a older kind of a person. But in reality, it is not so. Probably they will realize over the years that it is not so, because see, that is the body, not the administrative part of it, because nobody is interested in all this administrative posts in that.
In our times, especially for me, I can say that I've been very, very actively involved in IIA, especially IIA Cochin Center since its inception in the late 80s. So as a bunch of young architects, we were connected with IIA, and by virtue of that connection, we were always remaining engaged with the senior architects. We were transported to that league in the sense that we could at least connect with them, talk with them, see their works.
We have a lot of takeaways from that. We learn from the seniors. They were also warm to us. It was not like, there's a gap between the seniors and the juniors. They were all very warm. They were welcome to our ideas. So that way it has been very inspiring to work with the senior architects.
We started with IIA Kerala chapter. Soon we had IIA Cochin Center, then we had IIA Calicut Center, then we have IIA Trivandrum. So, and sub-centers like Kollam, Kottayam and all these. But Cochin was always, the heartbeat. because we were poised in the center, and everybody could come and attend. Therefore, so many events would be happening, like basketball events and even conventions happening. And the thing is, we were always very, very competitive with each other. Very, very competitive. We even had little bit of friction even at times. But when time comes, the entire Kerala, irrespective of where the membership is from, we used to stand together.
And at the same time, we also realized in the past few years that there is also a certain amount of disorientation maybe that's evolving because of the fact that we have probably grown into larger numbers now. But that's the organization. It has to be, because we're not talking about one voice, one motive. It's going to be many voices, a platform for many voices, platform for being together to understand architecture and to grow together.
IA should connect, there should be a connection with every school of architecture in Cochin or Kerala, whatever. We need to have this to and fro mutual connection.
We'll try and make this more active. Yeah. See, the effort is to make it active, that's all. Even pandemic, even during this time, let's try and make it as active as possible.
I would suggest, if you all really we can think about something on World Architecture Day and sometime in the evening because and the theme this year is, I think, sustainable habitat or something.
Housing for all.
Housing for all, yeah. So if we can do something on that day, it will be good.
Okay, that's a good idea. Let's probably every now and then, if you can have some online program like that, it will be good. Yeah.
We now stand at a cusp. The batons change hands as we step into a future more uncertain than ever. Architecture has always been the symbol of a culture heralding new changes. In this liminal space, we envisage an empowered organization, a fraternity ready to take on the challenges, to be harbingers of the change. The time is now.